This is wild one for you this week.
That's right. It is so wild that we might even take it on tour.
That's right. We have special guest Bob the Drag Queen, and we're talking all about hooking up and fighting.
And demurity.
We also play Slant My Name. I know some of you hate it.
Politics and pickles.
We do get into the pickle games, and we talk about all things touring and fighting with your friends.
Touring and fighting.
That's all we do. Goodbye now.
Oh.
Mom!
When your first choice is a big old bus,
You turn around and boom, you end up with a sloppy seconds. Oh, diva. Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppysecondspod@gmail.com. Now on with the show. How you slops, you stupid little you not so you dirty little Welcome to Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Meatball. I'm Meatball, and that's Big Dipper.
how are those eye bags doing?
Why don't you ever tell me?
I thought it was part of the look. Oh,
Hold
I'm
on.
I'm not here. I'm not here.
Hey. Queen.
I'm excited for today.
I am too.
You grew a beard just for the occasion.
I've stepped right off the plane at LAX and came right here.
You were gagged when our guest walked in.
Well, because generally this guest is never in drag, so I thought I'll get a free pass today. I can do beard. I could do dipper drag.
Those might be fighting words talking about never in drag. Girl, it's in her name.
for an interview for their pod.
We're going to get into it.
I feel like now I'm about to get attacked and gaslit. like
Please
she does
make
to
welcome
Monet.
to the Peabody Award-winning international superstar sensation, very much a drag queen, Bob the Drag Queen.
Very much in drag, darling. High nails, hair, lashes, dry.
And an earring.
And a
And
shoe.
body.
I left the shit in the room.
Oh,
I was gonna whip the foot up on the table. I left the shoe in the room.
it's a sickening
The
yellow
way
pump.
when you walked in, I just went, oh, man.
Guess
I was not expecting you to drag. We heard, wait, where am I supposed to go? We were like, follow our voices. And then you turned the corner in a wig. And I was like, I'm just
And
going to
you
kill
were-
myself.
You were sort of mumbling like, a drag queen shows up and no one greets me at the door. And I was like, this is just going to walk in here like she owns the place like you've done every other time. We're so happy that you're
Yes,
here.
thank you so much for
I'm
being
happy to
here.
be here. You know, I am. I'm getting ready to go on tour very
Yes.
soon. I'm
Mhm.
getting ready. Actually, we already did the Australia leg of the tour,
Oh, amazing.
which was really fun, really fantastic. And now I'm bringing my tour This Is Wild to the United States of America and Canada. So in North America, you're going to get a full-on attack from Roberta Lane, the drag queen. Of course, you can go to seethedragqueen.com, which can I say, getting the website seethedragqueen.com is probably one of the smartest things I've ever done.
Now, how long
yeah.
ago did you do that?
Where can
When
I
did
see
that-
the drag queen?
When did that idea
I
pop in
did,
your
.com.
I think I did seethedragqueen.com maybe 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
seethedragqueen.com. So everyone's like, I'm like, where do you go? Because you can go to Bob Drag Queen and click on stuff. If you go straight to See the Drag Queen, it goes straight to the ticket link, which I'm
Your
really pissed
website is also really great. Not only are the photos, you always have really sickening photos, which I love.
about. Shout out to Jacob Ritz, my partner.
Oh,
who-
yeah.
who
The
takes my
photos are incredible. Also,
You
Jacob's
should do a
Instagram.
photo. You two should do a photo shoot with you.
I would love
We
to.
actually, yeah. his
Jacob would
photos
love
are
to do a
so
I would love to be
good.
in one of those little circle
The little
collages
circles on
all
his
over his
Instagram.
He's so
Instagram.
clever.
I love that.
He's so clever.
But I love it. Your website, it's just like, it's the easiest way to be on a website. You go there and it's like, see, buy, consume,
Yeah.
support.
Yeah,
and you're like,
see the drag queen, shop the drag queen, hear the drag queen. Like it's literally all that.
We were
matters.
just
Bob the
talking about
drag
it
queen.
because some are real dumb. You got to break it down easy for
Oh,
them.
yeah,
So
for sure.
I love that your website.
Hi, I'm
is
some.
there you go. It's me. How's your summer? I mean, this heat. Come on, let's talk about the weather, Bob.
It is quite warm. My summer's been insane, as you all know.
In the membrane?
in the membrane. At the beginning of my summer, I went to go film a little TV show called The Traitors,
Yes.
which all of my podcasts with Monet Exchange has prepared me for this moment.
Oop.
All the manipulation, the lies, the gaslighting,
gaslighting.
the coercion, the collusion, a contusion has prepared me.
The misuse of words.
Yes, literally, has prepared me for this moment. So I'm really proud of my performance on.
I can't wait.
I cannot wait.
I had never
I've been
watched The Traitors until just this
With
season
Peppermint.
with Peppermint.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch
Just
they
for
Peppermint.
did
Pep, by
her-
the way.
For real.
They did her so dirty.
It was so, and
What's
it
her
was
name?
like
Chriselle.
Trishelle.
Trishelle.
And it was so like, why no one could have reflected back and just said like, this is a mirror about transphobia in society, regardless of what happened. You were all so eager to oust the trans person first.
Immediately.
Oh yeah.
It was like something about
That one.
her.
Yeah, right?
Crazy.
Trey Odd.
But I loved that show, and I didn't think I was going to. And
Well,
I was
it's-
very excited.
What's odd because
I'm excited to see you.
it's a reality TV show, but the drama is all about the show. It's really not like there's not a whole lot of like ad hominems, or there's not a whole lot of deep backstory. It's just like what's happening in the house. And I feel
Mhm.
like oddly enough, we've gotten away from that. Like, for example, shows like American Idol, where it would really be like it was really just about singing.
Right.
Like they would do a little video package, maybe.
That's how you fell in love with Clay Aiken.
Yes, I did.
Are you a Clay Aiken stan?
I am.
Didn't he like run for office in his town? Did he win? He didn't win.
He did not win, but he did run, and I would have voted for him if I lived there. I also saw him in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and I can tell you, it was okay.
Oh, is he not? Did he not slay?
Sure.
What if Clay comes on the pod?
I'd love that. I would lose my
Get
mind.
into his face.
Absolutely.
You'd be like, and it was okay.
I would.
Now we're getting into the sibling rivalry territory.
Yeah,
Just
don't
let
talk to me like I'm
just let
Monet.
the conversation
Don't talk to me like
happen.
I'm Monet. It doesn't need to get heated.
Okay, so on American Idol, yes, you would get a little backstory. That's what
Yeah,
you're saying.
But they only gave backstories to the ones that they wanted to win. Like, you
Ooh.
could tell who was going to be, like, top 5 based off, like, how much, like, oh, we went to the town and met your parents and family.
Or if you're getting eliminated. They will give backstory and chop you. And they love to do it to the people like, and don't you love them because they're leaving?
They're gone.
She's leaving tonight.
They would do that on Drag Race too. They'd be like, "Tell us about your
Yeah, the
trouble
minute
in
you
high
cry.
Because
school."
it'll be the last time you ever get to talk on camera. So go ahead and tell your little story now. We're going to do your little video package now because you will never get to speak on camera again. You're going home, honey, on this night, darling.
Do you think all of your time? Let her monologue.
I'd love to.
Do you think your time filming your season of Drag Race, filming We're Here, being like a television veteran, was that helpful to you when you filmed The Traitors?
Well, I don't really think so because I think that people who come to see me do stand-up comedy or people who see me on The Traitors don't they have a different concept of people who know me from We're Here and RuPaul's Drag Race.
Mhm.
We're Here and RuPaul's Drag Race is feel-good TV.
Right.
People think I'm this like Disney benevolent, never curses, friendly drag queen. If they know me from We're Here.
Oh,
Yeah.
If they know me from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes.
But if you follow me on social media,
Yeah.
you know I'm a messy bitch who likes to fight.
Yeah.
I mean, the editing they had to do on We're Here to make me seem nice, that's where the Emmy. Hair and makeup, my
Clap it up.
that is where the Emmy
Layla
go.
McQueen.
But I'm a messy who loves drama, so this is the perfect place for me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think my years as a New York City drag queen and my years podcast. I mean, me and Monet are our sibling rivalry is a battleground state. Okay, we are fighting on sibling rivalry nonstop.
I listen all the time, and sometimes I get so anxious hearing the two of you argue that I have to like just pause it and be like, "We're gonna come back to that one later."
It's not for everyone. It's not for everyone.
Well,
It's
it's
not
for
for
a
lighthearted.
whole lot of
It is,
people.
yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people like it. Yeah, a lot of people do enjoy our antics. For
I just
sure.
listened to your live show in at the Balboa
At the
Theater.
Balboa, yeah.
That one is hilarious. The two of you just attempting to be nice to each other. It's like impossible to do.
It was hard.
Would you say that after starting it, like I know for me, when I moved to LA, I met Meatball, and I very quickly, one of the first things I asked you was, would you want to do a podcast together?
And I, in a full blackout, was like, "Yes, sir."
Yeah, I met you in New York City years before that. You never wanted to do a podcast with me.
And I met you in New York City years ago too.
What's that about? You immediately first on site. You ain't doing podcasts. So what was it about me that made me so undesirable?
Maybe it's this right now.
Yeah, it was
Is it this right now? Is it
See,
this-
she'll
is it
fight me, but
this
has
scary?
no ground to stand on.
Yeah.
You'll fight me and you're 6'4". That's the difference. No, I what I mean is that my goal in coming to LA, one of the goals was start a podcast.
Yeah.
And I was available.
And I have since fallen in love.
You're also insanely good at producing. It's honestly,
yes.
you are, it's crazy. Yeah, y'all, Dipper can dance. Dipper can sing. Dipper is
producing.
it-
Those are good producing qualities.
Dipper makes great music. Dipper is really, truly talented. I knew Dipper as an entertainer before,
Yeah.
like as a musical entertainer before I knew Dipper as a podcaster and commentator and
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. But all that stuff is great. The way you produce is great. It is next
you.
level,
Thank you.
truly. And I do a lot of podcasts.
Well, this is what I want to get to is like, did you see that for something that you would want to do? And do you feel like, I feel like sibling rivalry is going to continue on for a long future, but like, do you feel like talking into a microphone and being a pundit or an entertainer or commentator is something you want to do forever? Like, do you love podcasting
So
that way?
me and Monet do have the longest running Rue Girl podcast. It
I
is
know
true.
you.
I always say we do.
No, they started before.
We
all the
do. We have the
others.
longest running.
They only put out 2 or 3 in a 6-month period.
Wait, I do remember that
it
very
is, but
early.
in the video.
There was
it
a
is
lot
the
of
longest
space
run.
It was
between
quarterly.
the episodes
Exactly.
being
But
released.
also now that we do 2 a week, we're
Yes.
releasing.
Yes.
Our numbers have gone up, and we're going up to 3 pretty soon. But I mean,
Our girls do 3 a week.
Well, then we're doing 4. No, but we ended up. I joke and say that we last longer than What's the Tea.
You better crack yourself up.
I do.
You were on that, right? Didn't
That was
you?
What's the
did
Tea,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where RuPaul famously, I said, she said, who do you hang out with from Drag Race? I said, well, from your season. I said, well, Kim, and she famously said, Kim who?
And you were like, no, Kim.
Kim
G.
who?
While I was still reigning.
Oh,
She has a habit of doing that.
And
That's a lot of names to remember.
I was still reigning. Anyway, that's not the point. So so obviously, I love podcasts. I'm not someone who really listens to music when I'm getting ready. I listen to podcasts. When I'm doing makeup, I
That's
want to hear
you.
people talking.
That's me, yeah.
So I used to listen to my all-time favorite podcast is probably this is gonna be what a boring answer, but it's This American Life. This American Life is
great.
It's just such a great podcast, and I also love their spinoff podcasts like S Town and Serial. And I used to listen to this podcast called Feast of Fun, which is based out of
Oh
Chicago.
yeah,
I
the
don't-
Chicago guys.
but I don't like them anymore.
Oh,
I don't like them as people.
what?
I want to say that out loud right now. I don't think I've ever
shit.
brought this to the table.
Oh.
So when I was preparing for RuPaul's Drag Race, I invited they before I got cast, they were like, we want to do this thing with you called Cooking with Drag Queens.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
those videos.
I was on Cooking with Drag Queens, and I was just a huge fan of them. I listened to I was one of the folks that they would do 5 episodes a week.
And they're a couple, right?
They're a couple, yeah. They do 5 episodes
They're
a week,
open.
but only one was public and the other 4 behind a paywall.
Okay.
I paid the money. This was pre-Patreon, everything. I was like a huge fan. I just loved their content. And then they were like, we want you to be on the I met Mateo Lane through them, because Mateo Lane's also from Chicago.
Oh.
And then they were like, okay, so when they came to film, I happened to be preparing for RuPaul's Drag Race at the exact same time. I lived in a tiny apartment in New York City. I had 2 weeks to get like 20 outfits, 20 wigs, all this stuff together for Drag Race. My apartment was a wreck. And I said, you know what? I told you guys I would film with you, so I'm still going to film with you. Even while I'm getting ready for Drag Race, even while I'm doing my 7 gigs a week, I'm still going to film with you because I said I would. And then they went back to Chicago and told everyone I was a hoarder. They went back to Chicago and told everyone, you know Bob the Drag Queen is a hoarder, right? And everyone, Kim was like, yep. Kim told me. A few people were like, no. They straight up to my face told me Bob the Drag Queen is a hoarder. Told several people. And it wasn't just one person. Several people came at me and was like, yeah, Mark and Fausto told me that you're a hoarder. That's shady.
That's really shady. That's really f***ed up too. Even if you were giving them your free time, it wasn't paid.
And everyone knows that I'm a messy person. I am very messy. But at the time,
Yeah, we listen.
my apartment was just crowded with all this stuff,
Right.
because I was trying to get ready for Drag Race, and I was like, girl, that's
like
wild.
a whole bunch of Amazon envelopes.
That I won. I will remind everyone, I won that episode.
I know
honey.
you did. You served.
Honestly, I still look great in that outfit. I didn't know it was gonna be a challenge outfit though. I had no clue.
Yeah, that is also so interesting because sometimes you watch now and like the mini challenge outfit
That
comes
just
out and you're
happened-
like, that's incredible. And
Yeah,
it's like,
That just
girl, we
happened
didn't know what
on
this was
Canada
for.
versus the world. For some reason, for the reading challenge, they're all in circus outfits. And it's like, oh, did randomly one of the challenges get dropped? And they were like, this is the extra outfit I brought?
You know a lot about Drag Race. What US
You've been there a
season-
couple times.
Wait,
I
what?
won just once.
What US season
Well,
was
you went
there
back to
a
say hi.
circus? Everyone had a full circus
It was
look.
a season with Mo Hart
Yes, everyone had like a
during
full...
during the Sex in the City during the sex. Why the fact that I knew that is
That's
crazy.
wild.
Right,
It was
they
during-
all had like wild circus looks, but it was for like a blip.
Yes.
Unexplained during the Sex in the City acting challenge. They were all in circus outfits. and they never explained why. Maybe a joke got cut or something for time, and then it would have made
So
perfect
But it
sense.
was
weird.
that's such a strange
Yeah,
option.
I love that. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be
Oh,
right
so
back.
fast.
It's 8:28.
Time's fun when you're having flies.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Let's talk about stand-up comedy.
Of course.
Do you like being heckled? Because it seems like you would, at the right moment, you would revel in it.
I thrive at heckling. I do. There's a video of me getting heckled by a girl on my TikTok page. This girl was coming for me in my outfit. And then also an old video of me with a heckler on stage in front of me. It's one of the oldest videos on my YouTube page, actually. I don't love being heckled because the thing is, when you have a joke, like your jokes, this joke supports this joke, supports this joke, supports this joke. And if you derail my progress, it hurts the joke. So now I have to create new jokes in the moment, because when you are dealing with a heckler, you still need the audience to feel comfortable.
Right.
Mhm.
Like you can't just Zach Galifianakis does this thing where he screams, and I mean screams. Like if he like plays music and he's doing stand-up
Yeah.
stuff, and then if you heckle too much, he just gets up and he's like, "Shut up, shut up, shut the fuck." And I mean, I think it's part of a bit. He's also obviously Zach Galifianakis is kind of one of those awkward
Right.
comedians.
Yeah.
And then after he screams at you, and I mean he like berates. It's like screaming, foaming at the mouth, and then he just starts playing the piano again.
Mm.
It's kind of
It's
crazy.
jarring.
I
The
can
whole
never be
room
one of
would
those. I don't
change.
have that kind of sense of humor. But what I can do is like subvert your words, trick you into this, that, the other,
Right.
make the crowd comfortable. Try my best to actually make you comfortable again. My thing is, if I can be friends with a heckler, I can get them to stop doing it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if
Mm.
I can't, then I have to make you the enemy. I would say whenever I used to do my shows at Barracuda, I used to always say, I'm the drag queen. I'm on stage. I could be like your best friend, and you ain't never had a friend like me. Or I could be your worst enemy. So like, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? You know?
Friends. I'd rather be your
I'd
friend.
rather
I'd
be
rather
your
be your
friend.
friend than
No,
on the
'cause
other side.
We've talked about this a lot. There's like a trend in social media where people are planting hecklers
Yeah.
in order to come up with TikTok
Did you realize
I
content
think it's tacky.
that's like improvised, so they're not burning their material for their upcoming specials.
It's tacky. I would say just do crowd work. Just do fun crowd work, you know?
But I feel like a lot of them aren't quick enough. Like you are, probably because you've been working in the in nightlife for years, so you have like comebacks ready for everything.
Yeah, I mean, getting heckled in New York City on stage as drag queen is really common. It's less common in a comedy club, but as a drag queen at Barracuda or at Boots and Saddle, did I meet you at Barracuda?
I came to your show.
Show did meet you at Barracuda.
And then I also saw
I met you at XS
Oh my God.
when you were kitten with a whip.
Was I nice?
Yeah, you were pretty nice. You and my friend Zach would always like talk and hang out, and then I would just like sit there and do.
I spoke to Zach? Who's Zach?
We would just go every Tuesday.
Oh.
I don't think you were like close friends outside of
I
that.
was like, who
I
the
think
fuck
he
is
just
Zach?
liked
club
you.
friend,
Club friends, fake friends.
Yeah, and then I remember watching you and Thorgy do a duo number at Westgay.
Oh yeah.
Something
when it was
with
at the
like
strip club.
robot numbers, like I Can Be a Freak.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
yeah, that's where
I could be a freak.
Oh, she remembers the
I could
choreography.
be a freak.
Now, what about the video of you and Thorgy that's gone viral again
the
recently?
Chicago clip?
The Chicago
Because
clip.
it
What
made
was
it,
that?
Well, it made it. Someone made a fan cam or a supercut to Joyride.
Yeah.
And me and Thorgy are in the beginning of Joyride, which is with this very popular fan cam video. And that was us on the season 8 tour in Chicago, which is one of the episodes. Which is one of the scenes where I famously got into an argument with Brandon Voss, the producer of Work the World. We've had a couple arguments in our day. But that's because this may shock you. I'm confrontational.
I will point something.
But
She said, "Look me in the eye."
Me and Brandon got into it on. Wait, is there a beef between you and Money? Do you and Money have a beef? Did I make this up?
No, I just made up that she got a BBL, and then
We all say that though.
Won't stop saying it.
but I think I
Monet
was
has
the
had
first
enough.
one, and she's had enough. And then there's no beef because
No, but
she
she's
invited me
invited
on to
you.
her sleepover show and everything. So
It's called Slumber Party.
slumber part, whatever.
Hello.
I didn't say it was little. I
hello,
never said it was a big production. It was big.
You
I had a trailer. It was big. No,
You had notes.
I didn't.
Well, someone's not telling the truth, and I want to get to the
We're
bottom
here
of
at the
it all.
traders'
We're here at the
table.
traders' table.
Oh my god, the
Oh
traders
wait, I
table.
just
I'm
want
so
to talk
triggered.
about.
The table is madness.
Oh, does it get wild? Well, you can't. I'm
I can't
sure
say
you can't talk
anything.
about.
Can't
It is,
say
I would
But
say that it is
can
a
I
great season.
ask
Can
a
you
question?
tell us
Because
how
why
much-
did shut up? Why did Monet talk about wanting to be on Traders for like close to a year, and then you got on?
Ooh.
It's just not Monet's whole career.
Yeah, Monet got how many seconds in the Madonna video?
Ooh, she wasn't
Not
even in the
even one.
background.
Not even one.
I remember
And
that
ruined
shook
her whole
the world.
relationship with Murray and Peters.
Not Murray and Peter. No, please don't bring this up, Murray and Peter. What will I do? How will we work? Wait, you don't know. Can you at least tell
I
me?
was gonna ask you, can you tell us how much drag you're doing on the trade?
Oh, 0.
Oh, okay.
None. Not even
Not even
announced.
one?
Not even once.
Not this
even
much.
once. Not even once. Not
You didn't even do a
I
mustache?
did have a beard on the show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like when you grow your beard.
Maybe I mean, but
Did you get a hairpiece too? I miss Bob with hair.
No, the hairpiece is really hard to maintain.
Mhm.
But you have hair, so like you both have hair.
Well,
Turn around. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
dun,
girl,
dun, dun.
I'm so much balder than you.
I know, but I wish I was all the way.
That's easy. That is such an attainable
getting it
goal.
back.
Oh, I
That's the
know,
hard
but
part.
I have the option to have this, but like this looks kind of whack.
The thing
sometimes.
about balding is this:
Okay.
when you're balding from the front, you take immediate action.
Yes.
Because I see this every day.
Yeah.
When you're balding from the back, that's not my problem. That's your problem. I can't see the back of my motherfucking head. That's your problem.
You
Now,
take it.
I'm balding from the back and the front. I started
Gotcha.
balding from the front first, though.
Okay.
So I've been
Because you
keeping
used to
myself
have
29.
tons of hair.
Yeah, I had
These are
locks.
long-
I had
long
long
locks,
locks all the
right?
way down to here. Yeah. I used to be known as the guy with the locks. Like my hair was so long, and I took so much pride in taking care of it and getting my hair done so often. But I'm glad I played around with my hair. I've had mohawks. I wish I had a mullet though. Mullets weren't cool back in the day.
Mm.
I wish when I cut my locks the first time I turned them into a mullet.
I'm
But
gonna grow out a little mustache.
yeah, but there was
Then
no
it would've been
mulleting.
all about me.
2008 was or 2000 like 4 or 5 was not really time for
No,
mullets,
I was like,
especially in Georgia.
oh, okay. You were in Georgia. When did
Yeah.
you move to New York?
2008.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a controversial question
Mm-hmm.
that is related to your answer about not doing drag on the traders.
Okay.
But I wrote it out. I want to read it so I can get my point across.
Okay.
Okay. And in bold it says controversial question.
We stand.
So what about not doing drag? It's kind of a hot button issue because a lot of including myself, we really don't have a right to comment when queens don't do drag at appearances, but it seems like more and more queens who have built their name on being in drag are making appearances in the media out of drag.
Mhm.
And you and Monet actually, I think, pioneered that because when you started doing really regular video episodes, I think you were the first to be like, we're not going to be in drag for these.
Yeah.
So is it because it's just easier? It's because you're being more personal when you're doing the podcast. And then when I'm like thinking about it, I'm like, Rue does that on the show. Half the show, she's not in
Mhm.
drag, even the majority of it. So how do you feel about people taking umbrage? Like, does it feel like, wait, I'm the drag queen, but I'm not doing drag all the
And
time?
do people take umbrage?
And
Like,
is
do
it a
you
hot
get
button
comments
issue?
about it at all?
I mean, every once in a while, not really on our podcast, and maybe at first, but the thing is, Monet and I want it to be more regular, right? And you
Mm.
know, when you're in drag, it just takes longer to do the thing.
Everything.
And sometimes but also there was a period of time where our podcast was pretty much just audio.
Uh-huh.
We were not, and then we
That
were
was
never,
the whole point.
we were never in drag,
Yeah.
right? And then we were like, but we need to be consistent. In order to be consistent, we need to make it easier for ourselves. We can't be getting new outfits, new wigs, new things every single time you're on the podcast. And also, this is a podcast. They're here because they want to hear what we're saying. I
Yes.
mean, looking at us is great. If you want to look at us, go to our Instagram. I'm in drag over there all the time.
Right.
I always say my TikTok, I'm rarely ever in drag.
Yeah.
My Instagram, I'm almost always in drag on my Instagram. If you want on my YouTube, I'm almost always in drag, except for my podcast with Peppermint. So I'm like, if you want to see me in drag, you have so many options. The TV shows,
Right.
live performances. I'm pretty much in drag at every single live performance. Give or take a few here and there, depending on what it is. But I don't. And for the traders, what it is the show is very physical.
Right.
The show is, and it is when I say hours.
Yeah, I
When I
can't
say
imagine.
filming for hours,
12,
Mm.
14.
I'd have to shave in the middle of the episode.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I obviously I wanted to be able to be more comfortable and do a better job, be able
Right.
to do a good job. Who am I going to help when my wig's falling off trying to you know.
Yeah.
You got those nails on. You're trying to dig the little gold
Literally.
medal out of a hovel.
Yeah, literally.
But I do think it's interesting also because media is different now. Like 10 years ago, if you were a drag queen, the opportunities to see you were not on a stream.
Mhm.
It was like at a club, at a gig, in a music video. There were all of these like higher production things. Now it's like people go live all the time. People do whatever. I don't know. I think it's interesting because you see a lot of comments online that are like, "Oh, she decided to do drag this time," and you're like,
I mean, there are some
"Girl."
queens who that's what they have to offer. That's
Right.
no shade.
Yeah.
No,
That is what they have to offer. The fact that they're in drag. And outside of them being in drag, they besides the look, they don't have a ton to offer. That is, I'm not one of those girls. You know what I mean? And
You got a tour coming up.
and I think that I built my fan base off of my personality, off of my talent, off of my wit, off of my brain.
yes.
To a small degree off of my music, a very small degree.
No, you got bops.
I got bops. I
You
have
remember? You
I
had
have
the
gone to
scary
number one on
one?
iTunes several times.
The scary one with the clown.
Yet another dig. That
Oh,
one's
there's yet
good
another
too.
dig?
Another
I was
dig.
in the video for that.
You
Dancing
were.
out in the
That was a-
desert.
that was
a great video.
We ate that video.
That video was crazy.
down.
You
In Alaska, like comes out of a coffin. or
you
something.
taught us the choreography moments
Yeah.
before we shot it.
I know that's very.
You were like, "Here's how the," and I was like, "You're teaching," like, because we showed up to set. I was like, "I wonder when the choreographer's gonna come teach us."
it was me. I think I choreographed it myself.
Yes, and you
Yeah.
were in drag, and you were like, "Okay, here, let me show you."
Yeah, we
and then we
ate
went and
that
filmed
video.
it.
That
It
video
was crazy.
so good. Oh, that's such a good. That is one of my best music videos for
It's
sure.
amazing.
For sure.
But also Purse First, girl. That song was everywhere.
That's
Is
good.
everywhere.
First verse is a bop. I'm really proud of my song. My music video for Black is a great music video. If you've not seen it, I
Yes.
highly recommend
Yes.
it.
There's
Directed.
so much production value
Yes.
in that video.
Did you do
Aren't you
videos for
riding on
gay
the top of
bars
a
at
car?
all?
I did a video for Gay Bars. Yeah,
Yeah.
me, Camera Time, Alex Miller, Mikey Angelo, and Ocean Kelly all did a color coded,
Uh-huh.
God, Ocean Kelly.
like early
What
2000
a
style.
talent. Ocean
Truly,
like
incredible.
next level.
get
I
thee to LA, Queen. Get
Yeah.
thee.
Is
to
she
Yes.
LA.
coming? She keeps saying she's coming.
Every time we're in Atlanta, we book her for our stuff, but
I'm just gonna go scoop her up. I'm gonna be like, get in the car.
you're my baby now.
Like literally, like she's my drag daughter.
oh, really? Really?
Kelly's my
Oh.
drag daughter, yeah.
She, I mean, the like music that just falls out of her.
Amazing.
I need a bop.
I mean, she's so good. I mean, because there was a while where there was really only like maybe like two people making all the music for Drag Race Girls: B. Ames and Joella Puss.
Yes.
And to get in that is hard.
Yes.
And Ocean Kelly wiggled her in there, like for real, for real.
Because she did Angeria's on her first season. She did
Mhm.
something for Lala. I
Lala
think,
Lala
right?
Reese, she did her money tip.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, Ocean's incredible.
Oh, next
She's
level.
great.
Shout out to you.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back.
I don't like having guests.
Also,
Can we talk about that? Is it? Are we recording?
Yeah,
Can we talk
sure,
about
we
that part?
can, yeah.
I don't love having guests on my podcast. Monet loves it. But the thing is, Monet likes to interview people.
Yeah.
I don't like to interview people. I like to like have conversations with people, but I don't
Mhm.
like to interview. The truth is, I don't think I have the temperament or the personality to be someone to like care that much about what you're saying,
The listening.
like
part.
about yourself. Like I want to talk about something. I don't want to talk about you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to talk about something.
But I think that's why the episodes where if Monet's gone and you have someone else come in, it's like fun because it's you and someone else joking.
Yeah.
And it's like fun to listen to your banter with someone else.
But I'm never interviewing them. I'm never
no,
like,
it's
so where you go? So tell me about your. I'm like, girl.
no, it's just like
Tell me
listening to
first.
how you interact with that person. It feels like a peek into like a dressing room.
Would you consider this an interview or like a?
This one feels less like an interview.
Less like an interview, but we typically it is an interview format. We're both
We
looking
have a
at
bunch
a
of
huge
questions
outline
that
with a
we
bunch of
just-
questions.
I'll
on it.
work. I'm glad.
Oh,
that
and I
feels-
closed the outline, so
Okay.
I guess
Well, we were about to play the game.
I mean, did you break the iPad? You can't just open it again.
it's not an iPad.
Well, first of all, it's not an iPad.
Don't even start with
I
that.
didn't have the budget when we
I've
first
made
moved into the
I've made some
studio.
requests.
Why are y'all so this iPad thing? I think I hit a nerve.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you did. It goes deep.
The tablets.
Yeah,
Yes,
the JBL.
The TJD.
TJD, whatever.
Get into
Find
it. You need
me.
help? Okay, got it.
God, oh my God, I feel like I see who's Monet, who's Bob here. This is crazy.
I'm the
Um,
Monet.
Yeah,
right?
obviously,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Before we play our game, should we talk about politics?
Of course.
So,
Kamala.
do,
Kamala.
All right. Do you feel like are you galvanized? Are you energized by the
Yeah, I would
Harris
say
Walls
this right now.
campaign?
Everyone should say this. I tell you all this right now, okay? My vote is never locked in until I'm in the booth, okay?
Go off.
My vote is never.
She might hover over Trump and hit that
No,
button.
no. My vote was not locked in on Biden. Obviously,
Of course
he's
not.
not
Oh, yeah.
anymore. You know what I mean? My vote's never locked in. I am right now. Kamala Harris and Tim Walz have my vote.
Yeah.
Who knows what could happen next? Who know? Maybe
Sure.
Michelle Obama will throw a Hail Mary. No, I'm kidding.
We were all
We were
wishing
hoping,
and praying and saying
right?
and hoping.
I'm wishing and hoping and praying and hoping.
And she was like, if you think
she
I'm
hates
going
politics.
Oh, yeah,
back
she doesn't
to
wanna get
back in there.
Washington,
Politics.
D.C.
Have you ever been to the White House?
When I was a little kid.
It's in a bad neighborhood.
Roberta.
It's literally-
It's in a bad neighborhood. I was there when Obama was. I was like, this live in the ghetto. This live in the ghetto. Ooh, child, a white refrigerator. Ooh, child, a White House. I was like, y'all need to get it together up in Washington, honey, because ooh, child.
D.C. is an interesting district.
Yeah, it
strange.
is. I almost got shot in D.C. at my
For
brother's
what?
bachelor party.
What happened?
Well, you
So
open
there
your
was
mouth?
there was the hip hop club, which is where I was at with him, was right next to these like Bear Bar. They're like right by each other.
Okay.
And I walked by the Bear Bar, and I was just in the back seat because I was the club was too much. I just had to go sit. I was like, I'm just gonna go sit in the car.
Mhm.
I sat in the car, but I was like, we were parked by the Bear Bar, and this big bear, like a big like polar bear, like this mother was huge.
Mm.
This like little this like guy who was dressed like a caricature of a pimp. Like dressed the way that Cat Williams does when he's playing a pimp named
This
Slickback.
story is so wild already.
He walks by the bear and he says, "Man, he's," and then the goes. He says something like, "Why don't you come say it to my face?" And he's huge. There's no way this guy would ever say anything to this guy's face. He's massive. And then the guy goes, "Man, I go to the trunk and clear all you motherfuckers out of here." And then the bear's like, "Go get it, go do it." And he goes to the trunk. And then he starts bucking, and everyone starts running. And I was in the back seat like, this is, I'm going to die in D.C.
You're like, I'm in the car.
I was like, so I had to like hide down. I was like, girl, I'm not with this bear. I don't know her, honey. I
You're
said,
taking your wig off.
I said, girl, straight pride.
Straight pride.
Straight pride.
I said,
I hate the
straight pride.
gays.
Get these.
Give me a gun.
Get these.
Should I get a gun?
out of here. Do you know who that is? Get these. out of here.
Bernie Mac?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bernie Mac.
Is he
It's
dead?
from Booty
Bernie Mac is dead, and
No,
it's just kind of his style. How he does his stand up. It's kind of how he talks.
Oh.
What were you asking, by the way?
He also,
Did you
Bernie
get a
Mac,
gun?
you know what Bernie Mac made famous? Badussy.
Booty,
He
dick, and
did
pussy.
that?
Booty, dick, and
Yeah,
pussy.
but it
Yeah.
smell like Badussy
Pussy
in
up in
here.
here.
Booty, dick, and pussy.
It's from
Yes.
How to Be a Player. That
Yeah.
movie is incredible.
Yeah, it's a great movie. It was
Okay, Meatball wants to.
It's so interesting that Bernie Mac kind of like split the line because he had that like family show,
He
and
did.
then his stand up was awful.
very vulgar.
well, he
awful,
grew
but, like,
into.
I mean, a lot of
and
comedians like that.
homophobic.
Just like
Bob Saget.
Bob. Yeah.
He's dead.
Wanda Sykes had has some pretty vulgar comedy, but
Ellen.
Ellen her stand up is
kidding.
very
Her stand-up's like,
yeah.
phones
It's like,
are crazy. You talk to
You ever
another
try to call
person?
someone?
you ever wear headphones? It's like, yes, Ellen, we worn headphones.
Oop.
Ooh.
These headphones.
Do people still hate Ellen? Are they mad at her?
I think we're
they're
over
just
it.
done. I think at a certain point when you're like, oh, you're so rich, you had like just so much success. You literally, for fun, bought a gorilla reserve for your wife.
Can I say something problematic?
You're just like,
Please.
stay over there.
Please.
If your public persona is being nice,
Mm.
if that's your whole persona, being nice, I think you're probably one not nice.
Oh, sure.
Into I don't like you. If it's like, look how nice I am. Shut the up.
Oh, there's something so ingenuine about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if your goal is that, you've got something to prove.
I think it's disingenuous. I think
Oh,
disingenuous. Disingenuous.
You said a wrong word, dumb.
I don't know. Look it up. Please, let's take it to the.
Oh,
you're, probably,
is that-
you're probably right. You're
Can
probably
you
right.
Google it?
Who knows?
Jacob?
Should we? Should we play the game?
We should play this.
We stand a game.
Okay.
Okay, this game
We
is.
didn't do much politics though.
Okay.
Oh, sorry,
do you
go back,
think
go
Gen
back.
Z?
Can you have a long episode?
We can. I don't know if Kennedy approved this
I might
amount
have
of
to do
time.
my phone's in the I might have to. Who knows?
Do you think that Gen Z is going to show up and vote?
I hope so. Do you know that millennials are the largest voting bloc in America?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
heard you tell Monet that.
There
She
are
couldn't-
more
she
millennials
thought
than-
Gen X was.
Yeah, she was Gen X. There are more
She also
millennials
thinks
than
she is Gen X.
she just thinks she's Gen Z,
Oh,
which
she
is
thinks she's Gen Z,
insane.
though. He's older than me.
We're literally working with her to motivate Gen Z voters.
There are more millennials than any other population in the world. Obviously, millennials are done being born. Gen Z are done being born.
Right.
So as of right now, unless we start dying in mass, we are the largest voting bloc in America. And then the second largest voting bloc is Gen Z. The young people, we have the power to decide who is going to be the next president, your next councilman. We can decide the dog catcher.
Yeah.
We can
The
really
rat czar.
Yeah,
You know
honey.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
we can reign this motherfucker. So y'all better be nice, or your dog catcher might be me, Bob the drag queen, non-binary, and I will switch my pronouns to they them just to piss you all off. I don't even feel comfortable with they them pronouns, but I will switch them up just to piss you all off and make your life harder. You have to be thinking hard, honey. Yeah, they. Right now I'm still on he, him, she, her, but don't with me.
I love when conservatives are like, pronouns, I don't use those. What are those? And
I don't
I
use
would
pronouns.
never use
We
those.
have never used pronouns.
he told me they're bad.
I mean, also, what is up with the war on grammar? Like Republicans love to act stupid. They love to. What is a pronoun? Why do you not know what a pronoun is? We literally learned that in elementary school.
Well, they're trying to take elementary school away.
Yeah, they want education gone.
Well, Trump is trying to disband the Department of Education, where his good buddy Betsy DeVos very unqualifiedly got a job.
Yes.
Got a job.
Unqualifiedly.
Jacob, check that one.
I Googled that. Is that a
I
word?
love that.
Um,
But I mean, and obviously millennials and Gen Z theoretically are the most progressive generations because
Mhm.
we are the younger side of things and we are just moving forward with time. So yeah, I hope. I mean, there's some sort of crazy percentage that it like based on national averages, there's at least 5 million, if not more, Gen Z voters who are actively identified as LGBTQ,
Mhm.
let alone the allies and just general progressives. So there's a big number to swing there.
Exactly, but some of those queer people are eating the doll and
Right.
Blair White and Bip Bop Boop, who knows who.
And they will be voting for Trump.
Which is insane.
I mean, it's literally trans for Trump is which I've seen was trending with a very few. It's not really catching wind.
Right.
But I mean that's literally.
Has anyone checked on Gia Gunn?
It's just
I wouldn't doubt it.
Okay.
But trans for Trump is literally cows for McDonald's. Like it's literally cows for
Doesn't
McDonald's.
make any sense.
Like
it doesn't make any sense. And it's like
trees for paper. Like come on.
the only reason Caitlyn Jenner, like you sort of go like, oh, I get it, is because she's so
9,000
rich.
years old. Oh,
And
Yeah.
so old.
yeah.
Old and
She's protected her own well being,
I had a
so she doesn't have to
dream.
worry about what the government is
I had a
doing.
dream the other day that felt so real, and I woke up and I was like, "Oh my god, Caitlyn Jenner died."
Ooh.
I woke up and I was like, "Oh my god, did
Ooh, I got the shivers.
I was like, "Oh my god, did Caitlyn Jenner die?" And then someone was like, "No," and I was like, "Are you guys sure?" And I googled and it was not. It was just.
That might be one of
It was
those
all a dream.
Oh my god.
alternate timeline dreams.
Yeah, maybe you moved in and out of a different.
I'm just hopping galaxies, not galaxies, timelines, or
Yeah.
what do you call it?
It's
Not universe.
Yeah, multiverse.
Multiverses, yeah.
Did you played Dungeons and Dragons with that thing, right?
Mhm.
With that thing.
With the video.
You little,
The little
No,
dropout thing that you did with that.
I love that. Was that the first time you had played, or were you a veteran?
that was my first time
You
ever.
were so good at it.
ever. Have y'all played Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes, I've
No.
played before.
It is fun. Now I want to say I don't think I can still play though because like I played at the ultimate level
Right,
with
yeah.
the
You played
best
with, like,
dungeon
the
master
best.
in the
Yeah.
game, and he was like, just so you know, if you go play with your friends, they're gonna show up with like a little whiteboard, like some index cards, and like it's not gonna be like this.
No, yeah, y'all had the full setup and everything.
Yeah, it
But
was
when you play at
ins-
home, it's like everyone just has like a little folder.
And,
Yeah.
So Dungeons and Dragons got so big after our season, and I'm not kidding. They were like, y'all season helped us. They got their own studio. They used to film at the Dropouts. Now they have now Dimension 20 has its own Dimension 20 studio,
Oh
Amazing.
wow!
and they have a campaign at Madison Square Garden
Shut
in
up!
February.
Oh,
Are
and
you going?
Already sold out.
Are you gonna be in it?
I'm gonna try to see if I can make my way out there.
Oh, and you
I'm not
just,
in it. I'm not
you
a part
can
of it.
watch
Oh, okay.
them play.
Yeah, you gonna go
That's
to.
what the campaign is. It's
Yeah,
like
a
putting on the
well, a
show.
campaign is they call it campaign is when you play one game is a campaign.
Trans for Trump, a campaign.
No. One game is a campaign.
Should we get that bumper
Did you
sticker?
see the video of Meatball representing the trans community?
Yeah. Did I see the video? That's one of the most iconic.
It's still, I get tagged in it daily.
It's so
Still.
good. Have you seen the video of Key and Peele where there's a politician and he's like, because we want to represent our Asian people, and the camera pans to an Asian person, and black people, and as a black people, older people, and of course our LGBT community. It pans to Jordan Peele, and he's like
looking at the camera like, oh.
and then he keeps moving around, and the camera's chasing him. It
was very that someone literally was like, wait, who wrote this skit?
For
and I
two
was
straight
like, not a
guys,
skit.
they had so much funny gay humor.
They really
on that
did.
show.
Key and Peele might be one of the funniest sketch comedy shows of all time.
Oh, absolutely.
And I never ever felt any type of way when they played gay characters.
Me either. Did you see the one where they were there when they found out that gay marriage was passed?
Yes.
And then the guy was like, Keegan was like, "Oh, I just didn't know it was gonna get passed so soon." And Joe was like, "We about to get married." He's like, "Yeah, no, I really love it, but I really didn't think it was gonna pass. We gonna get married on a plane, on a train, in a car, and at a bar. You my boo."
I also love the one where he's explaining that we're going to a gay
wedding,
and there was like, "Do we all take part in that?" The gay
He's
wedding?
like,
It is so.
no,
their show is
the
incredible.
writing over there was really brilliant.
They were next level.
That show was so good. That was such a good show.
Would you ever want? I know you.
And by the way, Keegan Michael Key is really hot in person.
Yeah.
Like he's hot on TV. He is like in person.
Well,
I was in a movie with.
tall too.
I was in a movie with him. We didn't shoot any scenes together, but I was at the premiere, and I was just like, God, this man is beautiful.
Usually it's the other way around. You see him in person, and you're like, huh. And on camera, they're like
You're like,
gorgeous.
oh,
No, Keegan is hot.
Okay.
He's hot.
I could feel that.
Yeah.
I could feel that.
I in front of a room full of people.
Oop.
And now, have you ever done that?
No, I don't. I actually can't do group like public.
So you would never.
Have you done
Neither
that?
could I. Turns out recently I found out that I did do that while we was in P-Town.
Turns out I found out.
Yeah.
Reports say.
Reports are saying. I kept saying it didn't happen, and they were like, I know because it was my. But it was. I was on a dance floor. Two separate.
Very
people's
Cascada.
things. Yeah. Well, I'm sure that was playing. No, he said he had to take it out when 365 started playing because he wanted to dance.
Oh, take it out of your mouth.
I don't mind.
I thought he pulled it out because he
You
said
know what I mean?
365.
What song do you want a pulled out of your mouth to? Like, what song will you accept? Like, will you accept having a pulled out of your mouth for Pink Pony Club? Will you accept?
Well, I would
don't
if they're
know-
playing the music video because I'd like to see myself in the screen. You know what I
That's
mean?
right. You are. That's right. You are in the Pink Pony Club video. That's right.
And that song is very emotional for you,
How
apparently.
do you feel when she named her favorite drag queens and she didn't even bother to name you?
She still follows me and still
But
messages
she was like
me.
this queen and this queen. And like
She just named a bunch of Rue girls, and I was like, "Girl, it's okay. It's
drag
okay.
her.
It's
She
okay."
could have named Drag Race Girls.
But she named
Rue girls. And let's get into what the difference is.
So I mean, I've already discussed it on my podcast.
I feel the hate coming. No, wait. Should we play this
Let's
game?
play the
Okay.
game.
Has anyone ever called you a boo girl?
She
No,
doesn't.
because they blocked me.
Did they really?
Yes.
What did you do to them?
What
You
did-
know.
What did
they do to
her?
me?
And then she publicly aired.
There it is. And there you have it.
And that's the
The
TLI.
boo girls.
So this
That's fun.
is based on the 2008 Tyra Banks interview with Beyonce entitled "Beyonce, Say My Name, Say My
I am
Name,"
obsessed with
in
this
which Beyonce decided to quit doing interviews after this. We have a very similar game. This is going to be a rapid fire question. Each question starts with your name poorly rhymed.
Got it. We
So
stand.
we call it
Slant My Name!
like a slant rhyme.
Thank you.
And
Away.
I haven't read these at all yet, so bear with me.
And here we go.
Blob the zine. Would you read something called that?
I haven't really read a magazine in a long time, but I used to be an avid reader of Next magazine in New York City when it came out.
Oh,
Ooh.
wait.
Bring back rags. Bring back rags.
Yeah.
I think we still have a couple that you could pick up in a gay bar.
Yeah.
Right?
But
I
I
don't call
mean-
it blurb the zine because a blurb is like a.
Yeah, but blah.
Oh,
rhymes
so
It's true.
Jacob, write that down. We're gonna correct that one.
with- Ow, Jacob.
Snob the bag queen. You think you're better than everyone because you got a coach deal?
I don't work with Coach anymore. So I was when they were like, I think for like 3 years I was with Coach, and then one day they were like, we're good. And then next time I looked up and they had Lil Nas X, and I was like, honestly, upgrade.
Work.
Honestly, y'all ate
The
that.
doors you opened.
I was like, honestly, I could never.
But you looked good in that Coach tracksuit, I believe you were
Thank you.
wearing.
Have you ever seen Lil Nas X in person?
No.
Yeah, but he's so
hot.
hot.
Like I can't even tell you.
I could tell you that he's hot.
But no, you don't get it.
Oh.
Like he's hot on TV.
And he has jawline.
He's hot in pictures. In person, this man, he should have security if he's ever walking around a group of gays. He's that hot. Beautiful man.
Job. What was your first real job?
My first real job was
Oh no, they're getting bad.
I used to work at a Planet Smoothie, where I was fired from for having an attitude problem. I was fired from Planet Smoothie in Clayton County for having an attitude problem. Yeah.
How many? This is just side. How many jobs have you been fired from for having an attitude problem?
Just one. I got fired from a job for having an attitude problem. I got fired from a job and I got fired from a few jobs for not being good. Not being good at the job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Knob. Do you like traditional doorknobs?
We've left off the drag.
Sure.
Well, some of them will come back.
It's
Okay,
coming back. It's coming
okay.
back. It's coming back. But
we like to switch it up.
Okay. I'm
but
ready.
sometimes you go by Bob.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Knob. Do you like a traditional doorknob or like those handles that you push or the ones that you push in?
Well, at a school, I want the
For the
big
sound.
bar. That way you can also turn around and hit it with your butt if you're carrying something.
Yes, the
You
big bar.
You can't do that. You cannot carry boxes.
Through a
and
doorknob.
It's not
Or a
possible.
handle.
A knob you can't do, but a handle you can if you're good.
If
you
you
have
can
to
do
do
your
you have to
elbow?
stand up and put one cheek on
Ooh,
it.
the cheek.
I do the foot.
Oh.
I just put a foot and kick the knob
don't
down and
have
push
that.
the door open. If it has a
You're
handle.
so tall that I think that's probably easier for
Also,
you.
but you all kick the when you go to the crosswalk, do you kick the button or do you touch it with your hand?
I use my elbow.
I have kicked it, but now that I carry hand sanitizer around, I'll touch it with my hand.
Someone tried to call me out for kicking it. They're like, people touch that with their hands. I'm like, yeah, and I don't. That's why I'm kicking it.
This is why they shouldn't.
I'm like, hello.
It should just be a pedal.
Also,
It should be a button on the ground
Yeah.
you step on.
we should be washing our hands before we pee.
Ooh.
Oh.
My is cleaner than my hands.
Go off.
It is. My is cleaner than my hands.
Sometimes I try not to even touch it.
I know
That's
that.
that's juvenile. You're a child.
What do you?
And your shorts
have
are
you
down-
met me?
Are your
And do you
shorts
lean
down
back?
by your ankles?
Yeah, I go like this, and my shorts are down by my knees.
And
I'm
you're
full
in a
butt
public
out.
restroom full butt
When I was a
out.
kid, we used to we used to get in trouble. I'm we for trying to pee as far back from the urinal as possible.
Oh,
we-
no,
we-
because
we-
you didn't want the splash?
Oh,
You
me
were
and my
No,
friends
me
would
and the other
compete.
kids
Yeah,
in school
you
would
would
be like, who
compete.
can get further back? I was the champ. I pissed very forcefully. Like I'm gonna pee after this, and I will allow you all to listen outside the door.
good.
I pee. Like people are alarmed at how loud my stream is.
Like
well,
a
it's also
horse?
coming from higher
Talk about
up.
streaming services.